Let's start this place.
Good evening, everyone. We'll just start with the webinar. People are joining. Okay, everyone, we'll start the session in just 5 more minutes. Okay, we'll start. Okay. Hi and welcome everyone to Admit Card's Zoom live session. My name is Karan Vasudeva and today we are here present with Mr. Rupesh Shenani, our leading expert of education loans, having more than 5 years of experience in this sector. Before letting me start, let me introduce Admit Card. Admit Card is a comprehensive solution for all your study abroad aspirations. Our commitment not only goes beyond admissions, it's a one-stop source and we will not let you go anywhere else. From test prep and securing loans to visa assistance and finding idle accommodation, Admit Card is with you forever. Our mission is very simple, to be the thriving force behind your dreams. With mentorship from students currently who are studying abroad, expert guidance, program recommendation, with having a vast database across 700 universities, and turning your abroad study into reality. Guys, I have put a link in the comment section, which is the performance evaluation form for students who are wanting to study abroad and would like to connect with our Admit Cards expert panel. All right, Rupesh, over to you. Could you please throw some light around the Indian education loan sector for our lovely students?
Am I audible, Karan?
Yeah, you're audible.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for joining on this wonderful session. One of the important session of education loan for studying abroad. So you must be pursuing your higher education because it's a transforming journey, right? It opens the door of endless opportunities as well as possibilities. So studying abroad is becoming a life-changing experience, enriching both academically as well as personally. So, however, there is a gap that is called financially. Finance, Financially, there is a gap. Why? Because there is a significant concern between the students as families from where they will get the funds to study in abroad. So today we will be discussing regarding the various aspects of education loan, why it is necessary to apply for the education loan, what is all required, what are the integral parts of education loan, because education loan has now become one of the major parts why like you are going to study abroad. So in study abroad, if you go with the education loan, what benefits you will get? Okay. So moving forward, why this education loan is required? So if this education is loan is required because you will get a money from the bank itself, and this will help you in the visa process as well. So you will borrow this money from the bank, which will give you the money as related to your education related expenses. You have to show these expenses to the bank and you will get the money in return. Okay. This was an introduction. So the benefits of an education loan. You can be easily available for this education loan. Why? Because every bank is now providing an education loan. Moving forward, the repayment tenure. The repayment tenure allows you to repay the education
Okay.
loan after your course period.
आवाज ही नहीं जा रही.
Am I audible, Karan?
Yeah.
Okay. So moving forward, the repayment tenure. The repayment tenure usually starts from 6 to 12 months after your course completion. So this relief has been given by the bank to all the students so that you can first get your course done, get a job in the abroad, and then you can start repaying your loan. Moreover, you will get education related expense coverage from like tuition fee, admission fee, living expenses, as well as for flight tickets and visa cost. Also, the banks are now providing education loan. And also there are very wide range of courses available which the bank are providing for the education loan. So these are the benefits for going with an education loan. So next come the features of education loan. So in this there are various aspects. So first is a moratorium period. So what is moratorium period? Moratorium period is a period where the banks give you relief. In this period, you will allow that you will not be able to pay EMIs. You will only have to pay just the partial simple interest, or some banks give you the full moratorium as well. So uh, you don't have to pay any EMIs to the bank at that time period. Moving forward, next is a repayment tenure. As I discussed, the repayment tenure generally starts after the 3 years, and the repayment tenure you will get around on an average of 10 years. Most banks give you up to 15 years as well. So you can easily repay the amount within this time period. And the students who are going abroad, majorly they are working in part time. So they are clearing their loan within 5 years itself. Next is the collateral. So the collateral is a security which is kept by the bank on behalf of the loan. It can be a commercial property like shop or a warehouse. It can be a house like house or a residential property, or it can be a plot. So it can be anything. The collateral, the benefits of providing the collateral to the bank is that rates of interest will reduce by 1 to 1.5% as compared to a non-collateral loan. So we will come into that as well. What is collateral and what is non-collateral? Okay. Next comes the interest rate. So the interest rate is charged by the bank for giving an education loan. So it has been charged annually by the bank. The interest rate manages from 9% to 13.5%. Next comes the co-applicant. Co-applicant. Hmm.
बोल रहे हैं कि अगर आप कोलेटरल जमा करेंगे तो 1% के 1 या 1.5% इंटरेस्ट कम लगता है। प्रॉपर्टी अगर आप लगाते हैं ना
Karan,
लोन
can we
अटैच
mute?
तो 1 से या 1.5% इंटरेस्ट कम लगता है।
Karan, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Rupesh. Don't worry, all good.
Karan, you can mute for like couple of minutes so that I can discuss and we can have a Q&A session afterwards.
Okay. Guys, don't worry. You will get time for asking question. So right now the main points have been covered by Mr. Rupesh, and I would like everyone to just give it eye, because this is something which is very important. Don't worry, we'll take your questions. Don't worry. Yeah, Rupesh, you can go ahead.
Okay. So next comes the co-applicant or the co-signer. So co-applicant is a guarantor on that loan on behalf of you. He or she can be an earning member and from your family itself. It can be the cousin also, but the first cousin can only be taken as a co-applicant. So it can be from your father's side as well, from your mother's side as well. So why co-applicant is required? Why? Because if the student are not eligible to pay after the course also, then the co-applicant and or the guarantor has to pay the loan amount to the bank. Next comes the processing fees. Processing fees are generally charged by the bank because they process on your files. So the processing fees is charged on the basis of the amount you have filed on the loan amount. Okay, so generally the processing fees is between 10,000 to 50,000 depending upon how much loan amount you are inquiring for. Then comes the loan margin. Loan margin means that a certain margin you have to pay by yourself for the budget you are keeping for your study abroad. For example, your total living expenses as well as your total tuition fees comes around 40 lakh rupees. So bank says the 15% of that 40 lakh rupees you have to invest by yourself. That is 6 lakh rupees. Rest will be funded by bank. So this is the loan margin. Next comes the procedure, the education loan. What is the procedure? Firstly, you must be knowing admit card guides every student for the education.
Hi, Rupesh. Rupesh, could you just repeat yourself? We lost you for a couple of seconds. Could you just repeat yourself?
All the students regarding the education loan. They explain each and everything regarding their eligibility, regarding their. So we have completed till here, right? So this is the
Yeah.
procedure for education loan. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first step is admit card counselor, that is called a loan expert, that call the students, admit card students basically, who are inquiring for education loan. Explain each regarding education loan, what is required, what eligibility, what is the criteria to apply for the loan, who all are the banks who are tied up with us, which bank can provide you low rate of interest. Everything they will guide you regarding the same. And after that, they will share your document checklist required for education loan. Okay. And that checklist, there will be every document that is required for the by the bank for the education loan process. Next comes the when you arrange all the documents, they will help you in applying to the bank for the education loan. They will fill the application form. They will have update from bank regarding the login purpose. Login means that your file has been updated in the bank system, and now the legal, technical, and the credit team will work on that. There are three different teams in the education loan process, that is called legal team, technical team, and the credit team. These three teams will work in the your education loan process, and after their decision has come in your file, loan will be approved. The loan approved is sanction, and after that here also, that is called process which you have to pay in order to get the sanction letter. So what sanction letter justifies that you have got the loan approved from this bank of this loan amount for this college and for this course. So every detail is mentioned in that sanction letter, and that sanction letter will work in the visa process as well. So you don't have to disburse the amount in your account, you just have to show the sanction letter in the visa process. Next come when you want to disburse the amount and you want to fly to abroad. So the bank will give you agreement kit, will send an agreement kit to your house. You and your co-applicant have to sign that documents. Okay. And if you have shown collateral also, then you have to give your documents of the collateral as well at the same time. And after signing that documents, you have to send that agreement kit back to the bank. And after 2 or 3 days, the bank will disburse your amount in your co-applicants or in your account. So in that manner, you can easily get your education loan. Okay. So this is the total process, like the total documents which are required for the education loan. There is one application form to be filled. There are the KYC document that is required of student as well as the co-applicant as well as of the parents as well. If the co-applicant is not from the parent, proof of residence and the proof of admission to the university, that the offer letter that you get from the university, documents related to your education like the 10th 12th graduation mark sheet, your resume, if you have done any certification course as well, that is also required. Moving forward, if you have any work experience, and the financial statements of that student is also required, because it will justify that you have what you have done in your last 2 years. For example, if you are working for the last 2 years, so that work experience will justify that you are not sitting idle, you are working in some company. So that will create a positive impact in the bank as well to approve your loan. Then comes the income proof of the co-applicant. That is like if the co-applicant is salaried, then the salary slips and bank statements will be required. Form 16 will be required. If the co-applicant is a business person, then the ITRs will be required. So these are the income proofs of the co-applicant that is required. Then last comes the collateral documents. Like in collateral documents, you have to provide the chain deed, sale deed, as well as the electricity bill of that property, property tax receipt, approved map is also required. So these are the documents which are required. Moving forward, the banks which are providing the education loan. So there are three types of lenders. First of all, public banks. Public banks include SBI, Canara Bank, Union Bank of India. Okay. Moving forward, there is Bank of Baroda as well. Coming to private banks, ICICI Bank is there, IDFC Bank is there, Axis Bank is there, Yes Bank is there. Moving forward to the third one, that is called the international lenders. International lenders are Empower Prodigy. They can give you the loan without the co-applicant as well, but they have a certain list of university. To that universities or only they will fund your education loan. So that's why there is a hard and core list of that international lenders. So that's why we suggest the student to apply to the Indian lenders only, so that they can approve your loan easily within quick time. So this is all the about the process of the education loan.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot, Rupesh. I don't know about others, but you have made this PowerPoint presentation and summed up everything very nicely. I feel that I'll just apply right away. But now it's time to give this session to the students who have been eagerly waiting for asking their questions. So, guys, please use the chat box and ask the questions, or you can raise up your hands, whatever. We'll just go with the questions. Students are typing. All right. Okay, so we have Ali Abdul Rahman. What will be the minimum to maximum ROI per annum? Yeah, Rupesh.
So the minimum ROI you can get is in the collateral loan, that is around 9 to 9.5%. And the maximum is provided by the NBFCs, that is Avance or Auxilo. The maximum rate of interest can go up to 13.5% as well.
Okay. And we have Arushi Arora. Are there any scholarship programs or grants available that I can apply for in addition to taking out an education loan?
So there are scholarships related to the students, depend upon students, their work experience. For example, some scholarships are totally based upon their percentage. If their 10, 12th or graduation percentage is more than 80-85%, then you can avail a scholarship of 2000 USD or 2000 euros. That totally depend upon the students, what work experience, what profile they are handling.
Okay. And we have Ponsihari. Do we need to submit the original collateral to the bank?
So not at the starting you have to submit the original collateral documents to the bank, but after your loan is sanctioned, at the time of disbursement, you have to give the original collateral documents to the bank. So it will be as kept as a security by the bank on behalf of your loan.
Okay. And Prashant Kumar, can you share the list of universities approved by Prodigy? What is the ROI charged by Prodigy?
So firstly, like you will get the link as well in the project Prodigy website as well. What schools they suggest for applying to the loan if you are going with Prodigy, and the ROI for the Prodigy is also 13 to 13.5%.
Okay, that's kind of informative. Okay, we have this good question by Tanvi. Benefits to take loan if I can go through with self-funding.
Okay, so first of all, there are three benefits. First of all, you will get income tax benefit as well. Income tax as in according to section 80 double E, the co-applicant which is being the education loan, the ITR which he is filing on that above, like for example, if he's earning more than 7 lakh rupees, and if he's paying the EMI of that amount, of the extra amount of 7 lakh rupees, so you can easily exempt it on that. First of all, second, ROI which you will get from the bank for an education, you can easily invest that money in some investments at a high rate of interest on that, and you will be easily earning that money on your investments as well by saving that money in your education loan. Thirdly, you will be having that money with yourself itself. If you need that money, you can definitely use it that way. And for taking an education loan, you can give it monthly wise to the bank itself. So, so
Okay,
these are
okay,
the three benefits.
okay. I'm getting quite of personal messages for the questions. No one is asking, guys. Please put the criteria to everyone. So this is a question from Rahul. Are there any tax benefits associated with education loans for studying abroad?
Yes, there are tax benefits. As I told, the co-applicant be given exempted according to Section 80 that you will be exempted if you are paying that much EMI in that month itself. For example, you have paid 60,000 rupees in an year as an EMI or as a partial simple interest for their education loan. You can easily show that in your income tax, and that will be exempted from your ITR file.
Okay. And from Varun, it is what happens if I face financial difficulties during my studies? Are there provisions for loan deferment or restructuring?
So, as there are strict guidelines by the bank that you will be giving the full moratorium at the time of your course period as well as 6 to 12 months extra. But majorly, what students do, they go in abroad and they work for the part-time job, so they can easily earn that much. Yeah, you can easily pay the partial simple interest or the interest at that time itself. So on an average, the loan tenure is of 10 years, but student easily clear that within 5 years. Why? Because the currency ratio as compared to abroad, if you check for UK as well, one euro is around 100 rupees. So you can easily earn that much that you can easily repay the loan. So I haven't seen like 1% or 0.01%, there is a chance that you will face a difficulty in financial issues. Otherwise, you can easily clear the loan within 3 4 years itself.
Okay, that is good. Actually, that's kind of beneficial for students because there can be any kind of emergency. So we have one more question by Varun. How do repayment plans work and what options are available to students after they complete their studies?
Hmm. So the repayment structure, as I told, you will get the full moratorium in some banks. Some banks charge for partial simple interest as well. Some banks charge simple interest as well. So it's totally upon bank to bank basis. And after your course period ends, after the moratorium period ends, then you have to start paying the EMIs. And EMIs can go. You can pay the partial amount as well if you earn that much that you can easily pay the partial amount and close the loan within the time period itself. Or if you want, you can run your loan during the time period which is given by the bank as well. It's totally your decision. Banks are
Okay,
flexible in that.
okay. And by Shashank Singh, do we have any GRE advantage while availing education loan?
Yes, there is a GRE advantage if you are applying for an education loan, because GRE is a tough paper which in which you must be knowing that 340 is a maximum score of GRE. So if you score 320 plus, that's a good score. So bank counts on that as well if you have given GRE and you are going for a STEM course. So it creates a positive impact on your file as well. As well as there is a GRE product in Avance that is called NBFC as well, that no co-applicant is required if GRE is 320 plus.
Okay. And with Anisha, what is the typical interest rate range for education loans for studying abroad? And are there ways to secure more favorable rates?
Can you repeat the question once again?
Yeah. So, what is the typical interest rate range for education loans for studying abroad? And are there ways to secure more favorable rates?
Like as I told earlier, the rates are charged totally upon file to file, upon profile to profile, what profile the student is handling. The collateral loan varies from 9.5 to 11%, and the non-collateral loan varies from 11 to 13.5%. That's totally upon profile to profile basis. And what the credit manager thinks, they first check your KYC. Like first of all, like you where you are staying, it's a metropolitan city or not. It's a first thing. Second thing, you have your own house or not. Third, you are taking an education loan. So what grades are you carrying? It's at 70 plus in all three or not? That also define. You have a work experience or a gap year. Okay. And moving forward, if you are earning, how much you are earning in the last 2 years, that also create a positive impact. Next comes the co-applicant profile. So that matters. So we can't give you any favorable rate of interest, but this is the range which the credit manager thinks and approve. On that basis the rate of interest which is provided by the credit manager itself.
Okay, that is great. That is great. Guys, we'll be taking few more questions. Please put all your questions on the chat box. We'll be taking the last few questions and then we'll be ending this session. Okay. Okay, guys. So last question is, how do I determine the loan amount I should apply for considering the cost of living, tuition fees, and other expenses in a foreign country? By Varun. Hello. Hello, Rupesh.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yeah. So question by Varun is, how do I determine the amount of loan I should apply for considering the cost of living, tuition fees, and other expenses in a foreign country?
So first of all, your fees will be mentioned in the offer letter. You can convert it into rupees as well. Secondly, you must check online itself what's the living expenses that has to be shown in visa. Okay, so you can add that as well. You can add your flight tickets or visa charges as well on that. And on that you can make a budget, like for example, adding all the four, it's come around 40 lakh rupees or 50 lakh rupees. So how much savings you are having, how much you can invest by yourself, or you can if you want you can apply for whole amount as well. If your profile is good, if your profile your co-applicant earning is good, so you can get up to 90 or 95% of the loan of the budget which you have estimated that as well.
Okay, I guess this is fine. We'll conclude this webinar today. Now, guys, I have shared the link once again for connecting with our Admit Cards expert panel for all the types of loans or any kind of grievances you're having. All right. So, thank you so much and bye bye. Please stay connected with us and for future events. All the best. Take care. Thank you, Rupesh.
Thank you.